Hi guys, welcome to another maths lesson with A+ Tutoring. I'm Danuki, and today we're going to be looking at 5 Grade 5 NAPLAN-style word problems. If you haven't already, please check out the word problem lesson video linked in the description. Essentially, that was a lesson where I went through a step-by-step process for breaking down word problems. If you have already watched that lesson, please keep watching. Okay, let's get started with question number 6. As always, pause the video here and take a second to read through the question. Okay, now that you've had a chance to look through the question, our second step is to find the key information from the question. So, there are 24 oranges and 18 apples. How many pieces of fruit are there in total? Okay, let's try and understand what's going on. So, we know that we've got apples and oranges, right? We know that we've got 24 oranges and 18 apples. And what are they asking us to figure out? How many pieces of fruit we've got all together. So, how can we figure that out? When there's total or words like all together, instantly in your head, you should think of addition, right? Because it means two or more things are coming together, right? So in this case, the total would be the number of oranges plus the number of apples. You don't need to show this kind of working out, but this is just for me to make it clear to you. So we've got 24 oranges plus 18. So yeah, this line isn't necessary, but this line you do need when you're showing working out. You might be able to do this in your head. If not, always you can just, jot it down on the side of your page and just do a simple addition. So 8 plus 4 is 12. 2 plus 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4. A way to do this in your head would be 24 plus 18. 18 is like 2 away from 20. So let's say I increase this side to 20. To balance it out, I need to decrease this side by 2. So 22 plus 20 is a lot easier to do in your head, and you still get the same answer. So our answer is 42, and always ask yourself, what are the units in this question? Pieces of fruit. Cool. Let's move on to the next question. Okay, question number 7. Again, pause the video here and take a second to understand what's going on in this question. Okay, now that you've had a chance to look over the question, let's go through it together. Sarah buys 7 sheets of stamps. Each sheet has 10 stamps. How many stamps did Sarah buy? Okay, let's go through it now. So we know that Sarah is buying sheets of stamps, right? So essentially, not just one stamp, it's like a collection of stamps at once. So she's buying 7 sheets of stamps, and each one of those sheets has 10 stamps. And we're being asked to figure out how many stamps Sarah bought altogether, right? So if it's a bit hard to imagine in your head, it's always a lot easier to kind of draw a diagram for yourself. So let's say this is a sheet of stamps. We know that each one has 10. So you can just write 10 like that. Or if you want visuals, you can just write like boxes in there. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right? So that's one sheet. But she's buying 7 sheets, right? So it's almost, or another way to think about this would be 7 groups of 10. Too easy, right? Well, because we're buying 7 of these, the same as saying 7 groups of 10. And there's two ways to do this. A very simple multiplication, 7 times 10. You should know by now that if you multiply any number by 10, you're just adding like another 0 to that number. So it becomes 70. Or you can do additions, right? So this is like your multiplication method, which is, short and sweet. The other way to do it is count by tens, or addition, right? So in your head, you can just go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Either way, you should get the same answer, which equals 70 stamps. Cool. Next question. Okay, question number 8. Again, pause the video here and read through the question first. Okay, now that you've had a chance to read through the question, let's go through it together. A box contains 18 crayons. How many crayons are there in 5 boxes? Again, very similar question to the one that we did before, right? So we know that we've got boxes of crayons that we're working with. So again, draw a diagram if it makes it easier for you to understand what's going on. So again, I'll just draw a little box like this. Well, I mean, I could have used the little image there as well, but I'm just going to go 18. You don't want to bother drawing 18 separate crayons. It just takes way too much time. So this should be a great visual. You just know that each box has 18, and we know that we've got 5 of these, right? So another way to think of this is 5 groups of 18, right? So there's, again, 2 ways to do this question. You can use multiplication if you're comfortable with it. So that's as simple as just going like that. 5 times 8 is 40, put the 0 down, and carry the 4. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 4 is 9. Or you can do addition, right? All you need to do is add 18 5 times like that. Yes, multiplication is a lot more simple, and it takes way less time than addition, but just choose whichever method's comfortable for you, and once you get to the stage where you're comfortable with doing multiplication, go for it. So we know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 5 eighths, which is 40. 4 plus 1 is 5. 6, 7, 8, 9. As you can see, you get the same answer. And let's say you weren't sure if you did the multiplication right, you can always check your answer by doing a little addition like this as well. Again, make sure you include your units. What are we counting? Crayons. Cool. Let's move to the next question. Question number 9. Again, pause the video here and take a second just to read through the question. Okay, now that you've had a chance to read through the question, let's go through it together. At a birthday party, there are 4 tables. Each table has 6 chairs. How many chairs are there in total? Again, very similar to the last question that we just did, right? If it's easier, draw 4 tables, right? It's very easy to just do some 4 boxes like this, maybe a bit bigger than that, so something like that. And we know that each of these tables has 6 chairs, so you can just write 6 in each of those boxes like this. This should make it clear that we're looking at 4 groups of 6. right? So again, two ways to do this. Simple multiplication, which is 4 times 6, which is 24. Or you can just add 6 4 times like this, right? Which is 12 plus 12, which gives you 24. Either way, you should get the same answer, which is 24 chairs. Okay, let's move on to the last question. Question number 10. Pause the video here and take a second to read through the question. Okay, now that you've had a chance to read through the question, let's go through it together. Sam has 5 boxes of toy cars. Each box contains 8 cars. How many cars does Sam have? Again, very similar question to what we looked at before. So, we know that we've got 5 boxes, right? Again, draw a diagram for yourself so that it's clear. And how many cars do we have in each box? 8 cars. You can just draw 8 like that. In other words, we're looking at 5 groups of 8, right? And you can do 5 times 8, which equals 40, or you can count by 5s, right? So it's just like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Too easy. And our answer is 40 cars. Cool. I hope this helped you tackle word problems like a pro. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more lessons. See you in the next video.